Haunted Hearing Aid. Recorded live by Luigi C. Russo, Chief Poet Officer of PoetLuigi.com. He will also comment on various entertainments recently consumed. And now, let us hear. Begins to feel the effects of vodka. Oh yeah, slips from her lips, sinks into her pillow, pulls up the covers, feels the warmth of the blanket, yarn from her grandmother and the warmth of vodka. Eyes slowly shut to see something in the corner, but unable to open eyes. Remembers have to take aid out, turns off, takes out, sets it down, unknowingly on the other pillow next to her head. Milos stares off through the window as doctors and nurses visit him. Lonely, wishing for family visits. Have they visited while he was asleep? Yeah, maybe. He looks for clues that his sons visited with their wives and children. Maybe, maybe not. I gotta pee. Nurse button. No nurse. No nurse. Still no nurse. No nurse. No nurse. No nurse. I'll do it myself. Let me move my feet. Yes. No. Ah, shit. Now the nurse. Bathroom blues. Everything blue. Blue is everything. Even how I feel. Pissed on my fingers. Wash my hands. Stare into the mirror. Ask the mirror, why is my life so damn worthless? The mirror can only ask the same question, only in reverse fashion. But it takes an extra question, which startles him to the core. Mirror. Do you seek hearing? Do you seek freedom from hearing loss? Milos backs away, scrambles to the open door, large frame bent over, looking at the nurse, white as flour. Milos scrambles to the bed, asks nurse when he can leave. Nurse points out he must see the physical therapist. Milos, no, I saw the physical therapist. Nurse, actually, you saw the occupational therapist. Milos, damn it all to hell. I want out, 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 out. I also hope you get pregnant 5 more times so you get poor. Nurse, by the way, you silly grumpy old man, you got spunked. The physical therapist won't be in until tomorrow because the doctor was way busy. Milos, yeah, so busy. Couldn't make a trip on his lunch break to see an old, worthless man who has awesome insurance. Insurance so awesome, I get the best doctor care in the whole stupid world. Let me tell you something, nurse. Nurse, all right, calm down. No need to get that blood sugar all up. Milos, you would like that. Keep me here another day on top of the day, which is tomorrow, that the physical therapist isn't going to show. God damn this place. Keep me an extra day to drain me of more insurance money. I hate you. Nurse, oh, you grumpy old man. I'll see you later. Milos, I heard nothing. In a near vacant home, Uncle BB stares out the window of a house once owned by his older brother, but passed on to him. Uncle BB just resides in this place. Uncle BB just resides in the place, doesn't fix anything unless really needed. He only uses 3 rooms, kitchen, living room, and bathroom, all on 1 floor. Most times he sleeps on his chair in front of the TV, shouting at the Cavaliers, or making up what he thinks TV shows or movie characters are saying. Closed caption goes too fast, and it doesn't help if the volume is super high. He once tried the headphones, in which the TV sends the audio into headphones, but Uncle BB would fall asleep with headphones on and war nightmares. Uncle BB tonight, with the moon shining bright, John Lee Hooker singing, the blues in the background, just enough so the music, not so much the lyrics, could be heard. Bottle of Jack Daniels open on the TV tray. Coffee mug full of JD and ice. Uncle BB staring into the void of the night. No house light, no TV sight. Just the infernal darkness and the moon shining bright. Shining bright, let it shine, let it shine. Fall on down, and Uncle BB's unholy soul. Uncle BB also tried to save himself in life, keeping to humor the thing he did in a life not so far away or kept at bay. Via booze, sleep, and forgetfulness, his team was shouting defeat. Something at that point in his life was not an option. There were about 5 men, could have been less, a dark bunker, black as night's night. If night were to go to bed and it was night time, around its bed, while night put the covers over his head that night, darkest tunnel, darkest moment for Uncle BB. But he had to do it. Turn the corner, he did. Fired into the abysmal feeling. The feeling came to life, left his body, ran around in panic mode, around and around the bunker. Uncle BB was frozen, a stiff, dead on sight, while the frightened feeling was still out of body, bouncing from living enemy to living enemy. Uncle BB regained his stance on life, fired away at the feeling. Each time the scared passed through the enemy, he shot it, shot upon shot. Feeling was done leaping into his enemies. Now it came back at him, shooting now, and leapt over him and went after his men, the good guys, the good guys that didn't lead with him. Uncle BB threw down his gun in disgust, picked up the enemy's rifle, and began to unload it. Uncle BB snapped out to the wailing blues and jerked his drinking hand enough to slightly spill a bit of JD on his pants. Uncle BB chugs down the mug full of whiskey, the whole time crying into the mug with sobs sounding like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," over and over, until the mug was drained. Blues was heard in the background, and Moon came into view. "Moon, I will see you soon, whether it be in life or death or both. We will meet and always be one." An old Italian bar in our village town, whatever the country town is, ours is a bit more urban than where Mr. Paiyne teaches. The bar, an occasional sponsor for Mr. Paiyne and his recreational old man basketball league. It has been about 3 years since Mr. Paiyne asked for sponsorship and played in the league. Mr. Paiyne's back hurt along with knees, ankles, shoulders, stomach. Pains and pains are drawn to a man with a similar name. Destiny, he thinks the name brings unfortunate destiny. Why couldn't he have been called Mr. Gaines? Maybe his dreamy girlfriend would have stayed. Maybe no one would have been in pain. A lover's lament is seen swimming at the bottom of a glass of scotch. Mr. Paiyne was once banned from this bar due to unnecessary bocce ball violence. There was a Tuesday and Thursday bocce ball league. Mr. Paiyne would participate on both days. 2 different leagues in which he would almost always confuse the dates, times. Plus, if he did remember the correct day and time, he'd be drunk from drinking on the job and on the way to the bar, or possibly drunk from a little boozy breakfast, or carried the party from the previous day. Mr. Paiyne was a bocce ball sensation, destroying his opponents and sometimes thinking his partners were his opponents. Older men feared his aggression, drunkenly trash talking ways, he'd always say. That concludes today's edition of Haunted Hearing Aid Volume 1, Evil is Here. Now we move on to Hearing It On, Hearing It Off. We have the 2006 World Cup, Italy versus Australia, round of 16. Another red card for Italy. They were still playing like they had 11. They attacked hard. Obviously they won, and that gets a hearing aid on. Italy versus Ukraine. An early goal is always good. Again, this is the 2006 World Cup. And what is this? The final 8. Totti came to life with some kicks. He assisted Luca Toni. 2 goals for Luca Toni, and Zambrotta had 1 goal and 1 assist to Toni. So, that was a great game. I think they scored like 3 goals in that game. I think 3-0. It's always good to really beat a team so that fans don't have to worry so much and be stressed out. So, hearing aid on. Tracy Chapman, greatest hits. Very poetic. Even the vocals are poetic. Music just hits the spot. So hearing it on. Jerry McMillan presents Forever. I thought it was okay at first. Moved kind of fast, Did all this happen in a year, a week? It just really, the movie just, thought it was gonna be comedy, but then she gets cancer and then gets shot in the throat. And then the guy's gonna raise three girls. I don't know. It was too much. It was a hearing it off. That's what it was. Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful. It was kind of like Nothing Beautiful, too poppy. Hearing it off. Cheap Trick, Dream Police. Definitely, you can hear that. It rocking the 80s sound. Nice. And I even thought Dream Police sounded very sexual. I don't know what they were saying, but it just had that sex appeal. Hearing it on. Chambers Brothers, The Time Has Come. It kind of got a mixture of genres. Had like funk, rock, pop, soul, maybe some jazz. Variety. Viva Variety. Hearing it on. Sabrina Carpenter. Emails I Can't Stand. An album I Can't Stand. So, hearing it off. Brittany Fox. The best of Brittany Fox. I had no idea who this was. But it was just a nice sounding, big hair 80s band. Pretty heavy, pretty good. And a hearing it on. Cranberries, the best of the Cranberries. Started good. Just remind me of those 90s. And then it just didn't, towards the end of the album. Blah, 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 blah. So hearing it off. Jackson Browne, the very best of Jackson Browne. Just a 2 CD set. It was like almost like every single song he sang. I mean, like 32 songs on this thing. All right, they were hitting, okay sound, but most of it was hearing it off. Rewatched Wizard of Oz for the first time with closed captions, and got to figure out what they said, and watched it with the 13-year-old. First time seeing it. Yeah, it's just good, for the third, made in the 1930s. I mean, impressive graphics and scenery and, courage. We got some courage. They were dancing, the songs were good. Just, nostalgic, miss that stuff. And why bust my buttons? I'll hearing it on. Dayglow. The album was called Dayglow. That's a band, Dayglow. And the album's Dayglow. And it was like, put it on, steady and done. Boom, done. So there was no annoyance, therefore, hearing it on. Creed, Human Clay. Man, that is just way 90s. Captures 90s. And most of 90s, didn't really care for much, but they get a hearing it off. And that is all for today's podcast. You have a good one now.